How to cook Hungarian goulash with hearty beef and paprika. A dish rooted in tradition. Hungarian goulash is a rich, comforting stew that dates back to the 9th century. Traditionally prepared by Hungarian shepherds, this dish has evolved into a beloved meal worldwide. Its defining ingredients, tender beef, paprika, onions, and potatoes, create a deep, hearty flavor that embodies Hungarian cuisine. The role of paprika in goulash. Paprika is the essential spice in authentic Hungarian goulash. Made from dried and ground red peppers, Hungarian paprika comes in sweet, hot, and smoked varieties. Sweet paprika is most commonly used, providing a rich red color and a mild, slightly sweet depth that defines the dish. Choosing the right cut of beef. For the best texture, use well-marbled cuts like chuck, shin, or brisket. These cuts contain connective tissue that breaks down during slow cooking, making the beef incredibly tender and flavorful. Cutting the meat into uniform chunks ensures even cooking and a melt-in-your-mouth texture. Building the flavor base. To start, sauté onions in lard or oil until they turn golden brown. The onions serve as a natural thickener, giving the stew its rich body. Adding garlic and caraway seeds enhances the aroma, while the paprika should be stirred in off the heat to avoid burning, which can turn it bitter. Slow cooking for perfect texture. Once the spices are mixed in, add the beef and let it brown slightly. Next, pour in beef broth or water, scraping up any browned bits from the pan. The key to authentic goulash is slow simmering for at least 1.5 to 2 hours, allowing the flavors to develop and the meat to become fork tender. Adding vegetables for extra heartiness. Traditional goulash includes potatoes, bell peppers, and sometimes carrots. These vegetables absorb the rich broth and add a slight sweetness. Some versions also include tomatoes, but purists prefer a tomato-free broth to let the paprika shine. Achieving the perfect consistency. Hungarian goulash is not as thick as a traditional stew, instead, it has a slightly brothy consistency. If a thicker texture is preferred, a small amount of flour or a grated potato can be added. The broth should remain rich and slightly velvety, coating each bite without being too heavy. Best side dishes to serve with goulash. Goulash pairs wonderfully with buttered egg noodles, nokedli, fresh bread, or dumplings. These sides help soak up the flavorful broth. A simple cucumber salad with vinegar and dill also complements the dish, adding a refreshing contrast to the hearty flavors. Enhancing flavor with a final touch. Before serving, a sprinkle of fresh parsley or a dollop of sour cream can add brightness to the dish. For extra depth, some cooks add a splash of red wine or a pinch of cayenne pepper toward the end of cooking. These small additions elevate the overall taste. A true taste of Hungary. Hungarian goulash is more than just a beef stew. It's a dish rich in history and deep, warming flavors. Whether enjoyed on a cold evening or as a comforting meal, its slow-cooked tenderness and paprika-infused broth make it a timeless classic in Hungarian cuisine.